Hello, let's make collaborative squares. What is a collaborative square? Well, here's an example of what it could look like. We're going to be making our own design in our own square, then combining them all together into one big art piece. So it will look something like this, except different because all the squares will be your art and they will all be different, not all the same like we see here. So you will need a pencil and eraser, paper, scissors, a ruler possibly, which is optional, you may not need it, Sharpie or pens for outlining and adding patterns and details, markers and pencil crayons for coloring, and if you have other colorful materials at home, feel free to use those as well. Use what you have available. Let's get started. So we're starting out with a sheet of paper, just a large regular computer size, and we're going to make a small square. So I've taken one of the corners and I'm just folding it gently, just down a little bit, not all the way to the other side, just a small amount. And then I'm going to cut the along the edge, so that when I open up this little triangle, I'm going to have a square. And I'm trying to get as straight as possible, but it's okay if it's a little bit wavy. So now I'm going to unfold it and I have my square, which I can now begin designing on. I'm just going to go straight in with a marker. I'm not going to plan it out with pencil, but you definitely could plan your design out before you start. What I'm doing is I'm drawing a whole bunch of different lines and I'm dividing the square up into sections. So I'm choosing to kind of go with some straight lines, some wavy lines, but mostly kind of straight lines that are not really thick, they're just kind of medium thickness. And I'm going to divide up my square into several different sections. Using the lines mostly straight and dividing into sections this way is just one idea. You can totally use any type of lines, thinking about everything we've learned this year with different types of lines, something like this with curvy lines and overlapping them, and some more organic type of shapes that are being created. That is awesome as well. Or maybe you're going to have a combination of those two. It is up to you. So now I'm going to use my variety of different colorful materials. I've got markers, pencil crayons. You can use anything that you have available at home. If you don't have markers or pencil crayons, use what you have. You can use highlighters, you can use pens, pencils, just be resourceful. So I'm going to start to color in each section. And I'm not doing each one a different color. I'm actually going to repeat some colors. But again, it's up to you what you would like to do. Also choosing colors that are all kind of like warm colors. But it's really up to you. Again, this is your square. Make choices that are your own. All right, so all of the sections are all colored in, and as you can see, I'm starting to use the different materials I have. So I have some markers and some pencil crayons, and I'm adding in some different patterns. So I'm drawing some lines and repeating those. I've done some polka dots and I've done some wavy lines. I can post a Zentangle Inspiration page if you're interested in doing some Zentangles, but these can be really simple. Just repeated lines, patterns, shapes will be awesome, and you do not need to fill in each section. We do want to have some spaces where our eye can rest, so I am going to leave some of the sections just plain. But again, this is yours, so make your artistic decisions based on kind of what your end vision is. Okay, so we're going to do a super time lapse, and we're all done. I cannot wait to see your finished squares. Thanks for watching. So excited to put all these squares together.